Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's do some feel-good crafting. Stay tuned. So as most of you who have been watching me recently know, my goal is to craft us into some happy. We have a lot of negativity going on around us right now throughout the world, and we can use something positive, fun, colorful, and that's exactly what my crafting is going to be about for the foreseeable future. And today is no exception. Today I am going to bring the cute, the whimsy, and the fun all wrapped into one. And here it is, guys. I made this absolutely delightful, completely delightful rosette bouquet. And I think that whether you make this to sit in your home, brighten your home, whether you make this to give to someone just to brighten their day, truly receiving something like this is a bright spot for anyone who gets it. It has its own little vase with a pedestal base, and we have 3 rosettes of graduated sizes in here, and I have decorated mine with an Easter motif, but you can certainly take any brightly colored paper that you have and decorate yours for whatever theme you want. It doesn't have to be Easter. I'm just in love with the Easter colors right now. Just pull out your beautiful papers and let's get to crafting, because we are about to make this right now. Okay, so to make our project, we're going to need some stems of some type. I am using floral wire that I got from Hobby Lobby a while back, and I cut mine in 3 different sizes. So I have a 9-inch, a 7.5 inch, and a 6.5 inch. Then we are going to need some chipboard pieces. I have a piece that measures 2.5 by 2.5, and then I have 4 pieces that measure 2 by 5. Then I will be using, to make the vase part of this, I have a piece of 12 by 12 decorative paper, and that's what I'll lay the chipboard down on. So that's what I'll be starting with for the actual base itself. And then to make the rosettes, you are going to need 2 strips that measure 2 by 11, 2 strips that measure 1.5 by 11, and 2 strips that measure 1 by 11. So you will have a total of 6 strips. And then what I did with mine, because I used my very thin paper, which is like a copier weight paper, I wanted mine to be just a little bit thicker. So I took a piece of my heavyweight white cardstock and I mounted this to that. And I used my sticker maker, my Xyron sticker maker, to do that. If you don't have a Xyron sticker maker, you can actually use a spray adhesive to lay your paper down, or you can use tape. I would not use glue for this, and the reason why I wouldn't is because this is a very thin paper, and the amount of glue that you would have to use might actually cause your paper to wrinkle. And you can make your rosette just using the plain old paper that you have, or cardstock, whatever it is you want. You don't necessarily have to double stack it. And then I have the scrap piece, and of the scrap piece, I really only need about 4.5 by 4.5 to do my base, but since I have this piece, I'm just going to go ahead and use it. So I'm going to bring these in because I have already made 2 of the rosettes for this project, and I'll make the 3rd one with you guys, and then we'll focus on making that vase. So I am taking my 11-inch strip, regardless of how wide it is. If it's your 11-inch strip, you're going to put it into your scoreboard, and you'll be scoring it at 1/2 inch all the way across. So every 1/2 inch you score. So once we have all of our scores, we're going to do an accordion fold, and I have already started the second half of this. So these points here, this end piece is going up. So that means that for the first one, I need to press it down and then go ahead and fold all the way across. And now you can see I've got 2 end pieces, one that goes up and one that goes down, and this is how we join. So I am going to join mine using my glue, and guys, you can definitely use hot glue to put your rosettes together. So I will just mount that piece there, and we'll get it stuck, and then I'll put glue on this end, and just get it stuck. And so what I'll be doing now that I have it like this is I'm going to smush it down and then glue it closed using 2 pieces of 1x1 chipboard. So basically all we need to do is take our hand, press down, and squeeze in, and try to get it as round of a shape as you can. And then I'll come in with my glue gun, put down some glue, and then I'll put this piece on the back, and I am just going to hold it to give it a moment to set up. Okay, so once it has set up enough for me, I'll flip it over and do the same thing. I'm just going to take my glue, put it down, use my other piece, and I am just sandwiching the rosette between the 2 pieces of chipboard, and that gives me a nice little base that I can mount something on top of, which we're going to do in just a moment. Okay, so once your glue dries, you're going to be left with this. All right, so my rosette is dry, and I am going to take my 9-inch stem and just place it inside just like that. But before I do, I am going to place some glue on it because I want it to stay down. So now I'll just take this and I'm simply going to slide it in just like that so it'll stay put. So what I have here are some Easter stickers, but they're not really stickers. They are window clings. So you put them on your window at Easter time and just to decorate a front door or whatever it is you might want to decorate. It's supposed to go on glass. But me being me, I'm always looking for a different way that I can use something. And I saw stickers when I saw these. And before everything went crazy, I was spending a lot of time in the Dollar Tree because I knew that I was going to start crafting for Easter, and I wanted to use some of the cuties that Dollar Tree would put out. And these are some of them. So this is where I got these, and I bought a whole bunch of different ones. They had so many, and they probably do still have them, but you know, I wouldn't advise going to the store right now because we really shouldn't be. But I just wanted to share with you guys that this is what I'm using. These are just window film. And as I'm sitting here talking, this little guy is screaming at me to use me, use me. So I am. And isn't he sweet? So now we have 3 little cuties ready to go. And what I need to do at this point is I need to go ahead and make the base. Okay, so let's bring in our 12x12 piece, and we're going to lay down our 2x5-inch strips. And the way that I am going to do this is I am going to lay these down at the end, and I'm leaving myself a border on the edge here. Then I will take all of my pieces and lay them down at the end using about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. You don't need any more than that, especially if you're working with a thin paper like I am working with. So what I'll be doing now is I am simply going to remove some of this. And on this end, I am going to just cut down like that, and then I'll flare out, and all of this will make sense to you guys in just a minute. So what I want to do is I am going to take my glue, wrap it around the end on that piece and that piece only, and then I need to place some tape all over this. All right, so now that I have my tape down, you can see it, and I've got it all the way from end to end, even over here. I am simply going to take this and just fold it over just like this. And now where I flared out, I'll simply come in with my finger blade and remove that. And then I will remove the excess paper here. And this will become my glue flap. So I am going to simply fold this into a box shape. You can do yours one of 2 ways. You can put the tab on the outside, or you can put the tab on the inside. I am going to put my tab on the inside. So what I'll be doing is I will take my glue, put it on my glue flap, just like this. and I will join these two together. And I am going to use my bone folder to go inside and just make sure that I have that glue nice and stuck. And now we have a cute little box shape we need to make our base. So I brought in that scrap piece, and I have my 2.5 by 2.5 inch piece of chipboard, and I am just going to lay this down, giving myself a wide base on all 4 sides. And then I'll just fold this on all 4. Use my finger blade to come in and just miter cut. So then I'll use my snail tape runner just to put some tape on this and lay this down on all 4 sides. And now that we have our base done, we can take this piece and put it down on the base. So what I'll be doing is I am going to take my reptile glue, and I am just going to run glue along the bottom here on all 4 sides. And then once I have my glue placed down on the bottom, I am simply going to take this, place it on my base, try to get it centered on all 4 sides, making sure that I have it nice and squared. So I'll let that dry. So our little pedestal is ready, and we are going to take a piece of floral styrofoam, and it doesn't matter what size you use. My piece is about 1.5 inches wide and about 2 inches tall. But as long as it's not any wider than 2 inches so that it can go down on the inside, you're fine. So however much you choose to use is completely up to you. But what I am going to do to keep that stuck and in place is I am going to drop just a little bit of hot glue, not a whole lot, into the bottom. And then I'll drop my floral foam inside. And you can hear that the hot glue is actually cooking and melting that floral foam, that floral styrofoam, and that's okay, because in the end it's going to stay stuck at the bottom and you don't have to worry about it moving. So what I am going to do is start with my smaller one first, and I am going to place glue on the bottom because I don't want this coming undone and moving around. So I am going to place it closer to the front, and where you place yours is completely up to you guys. And then I'll just start placing my others, and I will take this one and I am going to place it basically opposite that one. And now I'll take my tall one and I am going to place some hot glue right here at the bottom, and I will place this in the back, and I'm going to try to place it in the center. And so as you can see, I have my 3 beautiful rosettes. Now all I need to do is fill this with some shredded paper. So all I'm doing now is just tucking in my shredded paper to give this a real cute little look. And like I said, I really am going for the cute and the whimsy on this project because I think we need that. And there you go. That's how cute and how easy that was. Now what I want to do is I want to take just something decorative and place it right there. So I am going to go back to my cling sheets, and I am just going to take this Happy Easter because I think it's really cute. And I am going to stick that right here. And I love how that looks. This is just so adorable. So easy to make, and just such a little pick-me-up for anyone that you would make it for or anyone that you would give it to. So I am going to bring the other one back in so you guys can see just how delightful these really are to make and just how easy it is to make this type of a craft. And it's so much fun, and it just screams smile, smile, smile. So I hope that you guys have liked this feel-good project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys, stay safe, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.